Yo, what is going on, you guys? It's your boy King Sanders here, and we are back with another day of sports betting. This is going to be for Tuesday, July 26th slate of MLB action. I'm super excited to dive into it. We do have a pretty decent little slate of MLB games today. There's not too many phenomenal matchups to really target, but there are a couple spots that I do like, so I will go ahead and give you my three best plays of the day. But before I did just want to go ahead and say that we are still currently on the road to 7,000 subscribers. You guys have been showing so much support here recently. We are right around 340 subscribers away from that 7,000 mark. So if you guys are new, make sure you guys do like, comment, subscribe, and turn on that notification bell so you guys know whenever I post. Next, I did just want to go ahead and give a quick shout out here to all of our members here on the channel. Thank you guys so much for everything that you guys do. And thank you guys so much for giving such a small channel such a big chance, as I always say. Truly does mean way more than you guys will ever know. It means the absolute world to me. So without any further ado, we'll go ahead and do a quick recap. We ended up going 1-2 on the day. Definitely did end up losing just a little bit of juice. There was some pretty tough beats, I can't lie. But we did have one play that really made up for a lot of it. So technically, I guess it was a wash, and we'll get into it here in just a minute. But we did end up having the Braves run line versus Philadelphia at minus 110 odds. Now, I'm not one to really look into big sort of conspiracy theories, but I knew that as soon as I was watching some other content creators that do sports betting as well, I saw that I was on the run line, Steve from Straight Fire Picks was on the run line, and Logan and Austin from Calling Our Shot were on the first five run line. So I was like, oh boy, this is not good. So if the whole community is literally lined up on these one plays, they're bound to just miss. So it is what it is. The Braves ended up getting out to an early start. They were up like 3-0 at the beginning of the game. Then they ended up losing I think it was like 6-4, I believe. So they ended up losing it, but it is what it is. Then we did have the Giants and the Diamondbacks no-run first inning. The one play that I said was going to be controversial ended up hitting. It was a really weird day overall. It really wasn't too sweaty of a bet either. So that one did end up working out for us. Neither of these two teams scored until like the fifth inning of the game. So it was, a very low-scoring game over the course of it all. Then we did have the Astros run line in the first five versus Oakland. Oakland smoked them. Oakland smoked them like 6-1 at the end of the first five. It wasn't even close. Definitely a super weird day. But we're going to bounce back. So we ended up going 1-2. Technically with the plus 100 play, we ended up, barely losing any money, but it is what it is. So without any further ado, we'll go ahead and dive into it. Our first play of the day, we're going to be taking the Marlins and the Reds under 4.5 runs in the first 5 innings at minus 115 odds. Now, if you take a look at it, the Marlins, they are 25, 17, and 5 to the under in the first 5. So they are pretty good to this under just over the course of the year in the first 5. The Reds, they are also 47, 40, and 4 to the under over the course of the season, but they are also 23, 21, and 2 to the under in the first 5 at home. So not only are they pretty good to the under over the course of the year, they're pretty good to the under at home as well. Definitely not a huge advantage there, but I do think that the Marlins, they have a really big advantage to the under on the road. Miami is also 24th when it comes to runs per game. Definitely not a top-tier offense by any stretch of the imagination. And Cincinnati, they are 17th. So they're kind of in that middle tier, but Miami is just very, very low. And Miami makes up for it because they do allow the 12th fewest runs per game in the entire MLB. So they are going to have a good enough defense to be able to stop this Cincinnati team for sure. Also, Pablo Lopez is going to be on the mound here for Miami. I do also like the first 5 run line. If you guys know, Pablo Lopez, great in the first 5 just in general. But he does have a 3.14 ERA over the course of the season and a 3.26 on the road. He's been really solid over the course of the entire season, but on the road, he's been really good as well. Hunter Green's going to be on the mound for Cincinnati. He has not been great. I'll be completely honest. He has not been great. He does have a 5.78 ERA over the course of the season. But now, when it comes to this, they have actually gone under in 2 of their last 9, and when it comes to the Marlins, they have gone under they've only gone over in 2 of their last 9 games. The Marlins have. They've really struggled on the offensive side of things. Just over the course of it all. But also, they have only gone over in one of their last 10 games versus the Reds. So I think this does speak a lot of volume. History's on our side with this one. So I think it is a really solid bet. That's going to be our first play of the day. Marlins and the Reds under 4.5 runs in the first 5 innings at minus 115 odds. Now, for our second play of the day, we're going to be taking the Yankees and the Mets, a no-run first inning at minus 112 odds. Now, if you take a look at it, both these offenses are very, very good. There's no question about it. But the Mets, they are 5th when it comes to first inning runs per game, and the Yankees are 7th. So both these teams, top 7. Very, very good offenses, no doubt whatsoever. However, New York, they do actually drop from scoring 34% of the time in the first inning to 31% of the time on the road. So they do score a little bit less on the road in that first inning. So hopefully we do see some of that. Also, New York, they allow the second fewest runs per game in the entire MLB. And the Mets, they allow the 4th. So both these defenses, very, very solid. Once again, top 4 defense on both sides of the ball. I really love looking for plays like that. Also, Jordan Montgomery is going to be on the mound here for the Yankees. He does have a 3.24 ERA over the course of the season and a 3.15 on the road. So he hasn't really been like tremendous or great. He's kind of been in that middle tier, but he has been even better on the road. So that is a good spot to target. And Taijuan Walker is going to be on the mound here for the Mets with a 2.55 ERA over the course of the season, a 1.95 in his last 5, and a 1.5 at home. So he has been really good over the course of the year. He's also trending in the right direction. His ERA is starting to go down, and he has been really, really good at home. 1.5 ERA at home, been an absolute ace at home. So hopefully we do see some more of that. That is going to be our second play of the day, Yankees and the Mets, no-run first inning at minus 112 odds. Now for our third and final play of the day, we're riding the hot hand here. We're taking the Blue Jays first 5 run line here versus St. Louis at minus 140 odds. Now, the Blue Jays, they are on a 6-game win streak currently, and they have covered this line in 5 of them. So hopefully we can get another win here. Just in general, St. Louis, when it comes to their overall run line in their last 5 games, they have only covered it in 3 of them, but they have played Cincinnati for the last 5 games. Now, does that really make a huge difference? Not necessarily, but I do think that the Cincinnati is not necessarily the best team. Blue Jays, they did end up playing the Red Sox for the last 3 games. Definitely a little bit better, not anything too crazy, but Toronto is also 3rd when it comes to runs per game. They're very, very good offense. Very hot bats right now. That's why I'm kind of going to be tailing it. St. Louis, they are 10th. So it's not like they're a bad offense. They're still a top 10 offense. Definitely still good. But Toronto is just a little bit better right now. Toronto is also 24, 15, and 10 to the first 5 innings at home. The Cardinals, they're 16, 23, and 6 in the first 5 innings on the road. So not only is it a great spot to target for Toronto being at home, it's a great spot to target the Cards, like to fade the Cards on the road. So I really do like this play. Jose Barrios is going to be on the mound here for the Blue Jays as well. Hasn't necessarily been great. He has a 5.22 ERA. But at home this year, that does drop down to a 3.33. He's much better at home this year, so hopefully he can hold things down for us. And Andre Palante is going to be on the mound here for the Cardinals. He does have a 3.34 ERA over the course of the season, 5.93 in his last 5. But if you take a look at those last 5 games, he had a loss versus the Cubs, definitely not a great team. They lost to Miami, who has really been struggling on offense. They lost to Atlanta, and it wasn't even close. They lost by 6. Then they did squeeze one out versus Philadelphia, ended up winning by 1. Then they did have a 4-run win versus Cincinnati, and these were all games that Palante has started in his last 5. So I do think that we do see a ton of value. I think that he has kind of struggled against a lot of these teams. So hopefully we can see some more of that. So that's going to be our third and final play of the day. Blue Jays, minus a half run line here versus St. Louis at minus 140 odds. So that is going to do it for today's video. If you guys did enjoy, make sure you guys do like, comment, subscribe, and turn on that notification bell so you guys know whenever I post. Like I said, we are still on the road to 7,000 subscribers, so if you guys are new, make sure that you guys are subbed. But that's going to do it for me. This is King Sanders signing out. Peace.